Welcome to another deep dive. Ever wonder why some people seem to just, attract what they want so easily?
While others struggle, right,
Yeah.
even with the same goals.
Exactly. So today, we're diving into that fascinating and, let's be honest, sometimes confusing world of manifestation.
Mm.
If you're curious about how your thoughts, maybe your beliefs, even your energy might be shaping your reality, well, you're definitely in the right place.
Yeah, our mission today is simple. Give you a real shortcut to getting well informed on this. Quickly.
And we're basing this on a great beginner's guide, drawing from some classic teachers like Neville Goddard.
And also contemporary leaders. Think Joe Dispenza, Regan Hillier, Roxy Nafusi, David Guillaume, some big names in the space.
So by the time we wrap up, you should have real clarity on what manifestation actually is. We'll tackle that big question, does it really work?
And crucially give you some practical techniques, things you can literally start using today to, begin your own journey.
Okay, let's jump in. Let's unlock this. So first things first, what is manifestation, like at its core?
Okay, simplest terms. It's the practice of consciously creating your reality
How?
through your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, and importantly, your actions. It's about intentionally bringing something you desire into your life.
Like a relationship or...
Yeah, a relationship, career change, better health, a specific goal, anything really. The absolute core idea is that your inner world, so mindset, emotions, that powerfully influences your outer world.
So it's an inside-out job.
Totally. Inside out.
Okay, but when people hear manifestation,
Uh-huh.
some might think it sounds a bit like magic or just wishful thinking. How do we clear that up?
That's such a key point. It's absolutely not magic. And it's not just wishing on a star.
Right.
It's really about consciously aligning your mindset, your energy with what you actually want to experience.
Makes sense.
And Neville Goddard, one of the real pioneers here, he put it perfectly. Assume you are what you want to be and you will become it.
Assume. Like pretend.
Not just pretend, but embody it. That's his law of assumption. It highlights that your imagination, your beliefs, they aren't passive things. They're incredibly creative forces.
Yeah.
The whole idea is to imagine and, crucially, feel that your goal is already achieved. You assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. It really drives home that you create from the inside out.
That feeling part.
Well,
Assuming the feeling. That sounds important. But okay, for the listener who's still a bit skeptical, the big question remains, does it actually work?
yeah, the elephant in the room.
Couldn't some of this just be, good goal setting?
Yeah.
Or maybe the placebo effect?
It's a really common and honestly a valid question. And the answer, well, it can work, but, and this is a big but,
Oh.
it works in conjunction with your mindset, your emotions, and your actions.
Yeah.
It's not just wishing, it's multifaceted.
Okay, so break that down. What about from, say, a purely psychological view? What's happening there?
Okay, even if you put the spiritual side aside for a moment, there's solid psychology involved. Visualization, for example.
Right, picturing things.
Exactly. Visualizing a positive future. That's known to boost optimism, boost motivation. Psychology experts see that when you imagine your goals as already done deals, it genuinely increases positive emotions, confidence, and that, in turn, can open doors, make you notice opportunities, and actually drive you to take action.
So it primes you.
It primes you. There was even an analysis showing people using visualization or vision boards felt twice as confident about hitting their goals.
Wow, twice as confident.
Yeah. Plus, just focusing intensely clarifies what you want. It sort of programs your subconscious to notice relevant stuff.
Like when you buy a new car and suddenly you see that model everywhere.
And exactly like that. Or learning a new word, same principle. Your brain's reticular activating system gets tuned in.
Okay, interesting. And speaking of the brain, Dr. Joe Dispenza, the neuroscientist, he takes this even further, right? How does his work connect thoughts to reality?
Dispenza's work is really fascinating on this. He basically shows neurologically how our thoughts can influence reality. He says the brain and body can actually be trained to experience a desired future before it happens, which helps bring it about.
Experience it before it happens.
Yeah. If you deeply imagine a new reality and really embrace the elevated emotions of it, joy, gratitude, whatever it is, your brain can literally start to look as if the event has already happened on a neurological level.
Which sounds a lot like Goddard's living from the end.
Exactly. It's the modern neuroscience perspective on that same idea. Dispenza talks about thoughts sending the electrical signal out.
The intention.
Right. And the emotions drawing the event back to you, that's the magnetic pull, Thoughts are electric, emotions are magnetic.
Thoughts electric, emotions magnetic. I like that. So the feeling really is the magnet. Now, what about the spiritual law side of things? What's the thinking there?
Well, many spiritual traditions hold that the universe responds to our energy, our frequency, our beliefs about what's even possible for us.
Like attracts like?
Kind of. David Guillaume really emphasizes this. He says it's not just what you believe, but how big you believe.
How big?
Yeah, like 99% of manifestation is your belief about what is possible. He uses Elon Musk as an example.
With Mars.
Exactly. That audacious belief in colonizing Mars doesn't just sit there. It creates what Guillaume calls a vessel, a capacity that literally pulls in the ideas, the people, the opportunities needed.
So our beliefs create our capacity, our vessel.
That's the idea. Your current beliefs define your container. To get more, you have to expand the container by expanding what you believe is possible for you.
So negative thoughts, doubt. They shrink the vessel.
Or they just keep you focused on lack, which can attract delays or make you blind to good things right in front of you. Whereas believing in success, staying in that high vibe, grateful state.
High vibe meaning?
Meaning those elevated positive emotions, joy, love, gratitude. It raises your energetic frequency, basically, and that tends to attract supportive circumstances. Energy flows where attention goes, right?
Okay, expanding the vessel through belief, that's powerful. But let's talk caveats. We hear it's not instant, not a magic bullet. What are the really important things for beginners to know?
Oh, absolutely crucial. It's not instant. Don't expect overnight miracles.
Right.
And it's definitely not a substitute for taking action or doing the personal growth work. It's fundamentally a co-creative process.
Oh, creative, meaning?
Meaning you do your part, the universe does its part, you work on your inner world beliefs, feelings, clarity, and you have to take real-world steps, inspired actions.
So the universe meets you halfway.
Exactly. Think of it less like a one-time wish and more like a lifestyle of positive intention backed up by growth and action.
And tools like vision boards, they're not magic wands either.
Nope. They're aids. Great aids for clarity, for motivation, for keeping that positive focus.
Yeah.
But they support the process. They don't do the process for you.
Got it. Active participation, consistent effort. Okay, let's dig into those core principles then. Imagination, belief, feeling. Seems like all these teachers circle back to these.
They really do. Different words, different angles, but yeah, the power of imagination, the absolute necessity of belief or assumption, the critical role of feeling it, and aligning who you are inside with what you want outside. That's the common ground.
Okay, let's start with Neville Goddard again. His law of assumption feels foundational. Break that down a bit more.
So Goddard taught that imagination is the creative force, period. His law of assumption says whatever you assume deep down to be true in your inner world, that will harden into fact in your outer world.
Assume to be true.
Yeah. He didn't say just wish for it. He said embody the state of the wish fulfilled, live mentally as if it's already done.
How do you do that?
You assume the feeling of having it now, want that new job, close your eyes, feel the gratitude, the relief, the excitement as if you just got the offer. Feel yourself in the new role.
So you're generating the emotion first.
Precisely. That focused imagination, combined with the feeling, Goddard believed, sets things in motion to make it real. It's about being the person who already has it. Faith in the unseen comes before seeing the results.
That being aspect.
Yeah.
Becoming the person. That connects to Reagan Hillier's be, do, have, doesn't it? Is that a modern take on Goddard?
It really is, and it's such a practical way to think about it. Reagan Hillier points out most of us get it backward.
How so?
We think, okay, once I have the money, then I'll feel abundant, or once I have the partner, then I'll feel loved.
Right, waiting for the external thing.
Exactly. But she flips it. Be, do, have. First, become the person who already has your desire. Embody that state. Then, do the things that person would do. Make decisions from that place. And then, you will have the result.
So act as if.
Act as if, think as if, live as if, breathe as if. If you want abundance, carry yourself with the confidence of someone already abundant. That shifts your energy, your choices, and draws the goal closer, faster.
It's about embodying it now, not waiting. Okay? And Dr. Dispenza adds the science layer to this mind-heart thing. He says, our personality creates our personal reality.
That's his line, yeah. Basically, to change your life, you literally have to change you. You need to rewrite the automatic habits of thought and feeling you live by every day.
How does he suggest doing that?
He really emphasizes marrying a clear intention, knowing what you want with an elevated emotion. Joy, love, gratitude, awe. those high-frequency feelings.
Why elevated?
Because, he says, by thinking beyond your current problems and emotionally embracing a future reality like it's happening now, you're conditioning your brain and body for that new future. You're literally signaling new genes in new ways.
So visualizing and feeling it can actually change our brain chemistry. Is that what the scans show? Our brain doesn't know the difference.
His brain scans suggest exactly that. Vivid visualization plus strong emotion can create new neural pathways. The brain doesn't seem to distinguish much between a intensely imagined event and a real one.
Like athletes visualizing success.
Precisely. That's a classic example. They improve physically just through mental rehearsal. So, Dispenza's takeaway. Thoughts send the signal electric. Emotions draw the event magnetic. Practice feeling the feelings of your wish fulfilled. That mind-heart coherence is potent.
Electric thoughts, magnetic emotions.
Oh, God.
Now, Roxy Nafousi offers those 7 practical steps. She seems very focused on it being an active process.
She really is. Her book, Manifest, resonated because she makes it clear this isn't passive daydreaming. It's active. It's holistic.
What are some of her key steps?
Things like, be crystal clear on your vision. Actively work to remove fear and doubt. That's a big one. Align your behavior with your goals. Practice gratitude. And trust the timing.
So she really pushes back against just thinking positive thoughts.
Absolutely. She stresses that action and self-belief are non-negotiable. It's about meeting the universe halfway. Want that career, update the resume, network, want love, be open-hearted, put yourself out there. Action demonstrates belief.
Meeting the universe halfway. I like that. And she's a fan of vision boards too, right?
Big time. For clarity and focus, making the intangible tangible.
Okay, and rounding it out, David Game. From that spiritual perspective, it comes back to spiritual laws and the sheer power of belief itself.
Yeah, Guillaume, coming from a Kabbalah background, talks about universal spiritual laws. When we align with them, we expand our vessel, our capacity to receive.
And belief is key to that vessel size.
Hugely. As we touched on, your beliefs about success, about what's possible for you, directly shape your reality. If you believe struggle is necessary, you'll likely create struggle.
So that 99% of manifestation is your belief about what is possible idea again.
Exactly. His point with the Musk example is that the belief itself creates the capacity, the vessel that draws everything needed towards it. It's not just wishing.
So the lesson for beginners?
Actively challenge your limiting beliefs. Stop telling yourself the story that your dream is hard or unlikely. If the desire is in your heart, Guillaume would say you're meant to have it. Assume it's possible.
So cultivate positive beliefs, see challenges as growth?
Yes, and don't shrink your vision because you're afraid. Believe bigger.
Wow. It really is fascinating how they all converge from different angles, Goddard, Hilliard, Dispenza, Nafousi, Imam, on imagination, belief, feeling, being. It starts inside.
Absolutely. The inner work sets the stage.
Okay, so with those powerful principles clear, let's get practical. For someone starting out, where do they begin? What's the first technique to try?
Right. Theory's great, but practice is where it happens. These techniques are like exercises for your manifesting muscles. Consistency matters more than perfection.
Good advice.
Let's start with maybe the most well-known one, visualization.
Okay, the mental movie. Creating that image of your dream life, imagining achieving the goal. How does that actually work on the brain again? You said it tricks it.
Yeah, trick might be a strong word, but essentially, your brain doesn't easily distinguish a vividly imagined experience from a real one. When you visualize with details, sights, sounds, smells, feelings, you activate the same neural pathways as if it were real.
So it feels real to the brain.
Exactly, and that makes you feel the positive emotions, the joy, relief, gratitude now. Those feelings are the magnetic vibe, the frequency that starts attracting the real thing.
Okay, how do you actually do it effectively?
Find a quiet time, relax, maybe after meditation or just before sleep. Close your eyes. Picture a specific scene of your wish fulfilled. Don't just see it. Engage all your senses. What do you hear? Feel. Smell.
And the most important part.
Feel the emotions. Feel the joy, the peace, the pride, the gratitude as if it's happening right now. That's key.
How often?
Consistency helps, even 5-10 minutes daily. Remember the athletes, they use this constantly for performance. And keep it light, playful. If your mind wanders, just gently bring it back.
Makes sense. Emotional engagement is critical.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Affirmations. Those positive statements you repeat. How do they work practically?
Affirmations are about reprogramming your subconscious. You're essentially overriding old, limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones.
Like software updates for your brain.
Kind of. By repeating statements like, I am worthy of success, or I attract loving relationships easily, you start to train your subconscious to accept these as truths.
And that influences.
Your actions, your choices, your overall energy. You start acting like someone who is worthy, who does attract love.
How do you use them best?
Identify statements that really resonate with you, feel true on some level, or represent what you want to believe. Say them daily. Looking in the mirror is powerful. Journaling them, saying them mentally. The key is repetition and saying them with feeling and conviction.
Not just robotic repetition.
No, feel the truth in them or the possibility of their truth. Over time, belief grows and actions align, pairing them with visualization, even better.
Okay, cool. Now, vision boards. I love the idea of something tangible. How do they fit in?
Vision boards are brilliant. They do a few things. One, the process of making it forces you to get really clear on what you want.
Right, you have to choose the image.
Exactly. Then, having the finished board somewhere you see it daily acts as a constant visual reminder. It keeps your goals top of mind.
And sparks those positive feelings again.
Yes. Seeing those images can instantly connect you back to the feeling of having achieved those goals. It makes them feel more real, more accessible. It tells your brain, this is important.
Any tips for making one?
Gather images, words, photos that represent your desires, career, love, health, travel, whatever. Arrange them in a way that feels good to you. Poster board, journal, digital board. Put it somewhere prominent.
And then?
Look at it regularly. Don't just glance. Connect with the feeling. Maybe affirm this or something better is on its way. And update it. As things manifest or your desires evolve, refresh your board.
Nice. Okay, mantras. How are they different from affirmations? You said they're shorter.
Often shorter, yeah. And used maybe more meditatively. Mantra means tool for the mind in Sanskrit.
Tool for the mind. How?
Mentally, repeating a mantra like Om or Peace or I am enough gives your mind a single point of focus. It helps cut through the usual mental chatter, the negativity.
And energetically.
The sound vibration itself is thought to have an uplifting effect. It creates a certain energy signature. You can use classic Sanskrit mantras or create your own simple ones.
How do you practice with them?
Sit quietly, repeat it aloud or silently. You can coordinate with your breath. Just let your attention rest on the sound or the feeling of the vibration. If your mind wanders, gently return.
So it creates calm and focus.
Exactly. A calm, focused state aligned with a positive energy. Great for meditation, but also useful throughout the day. Feeling anxious, silently repeat all is well or trust. It can really shift your state.
Okay, final technique. Mirror work. This one sounds intense. Standing face to face with yourself saying affirmations. Tell me more.
It is intense, but incredibly powerful. Louise Hay pioneered this. The idea is that looking into your own eyes bypasses the conscious, critical mind and connects directly with the subconscious.
Where the deep beliefs are held.
Precisely. It helps rewire old emotional patterns, maybe from past wounds or scarcity beliefs that are blocking you. Your subconscious is receptive, especially when there's emotion and vulnerability involved.
How do you do it? It sounds potentially awkward.
It can be at first. Just 3-5 minutes daily. Stand at the mirror, take a few breaths, really meet your own gaze. Choose 2-3 positive, nurturing affirmations. Maybe I deeply love and approve of myself, or I am open and receptive to all good.
Just say them.
Say them slowly, intentionally, looking right into your eyes. Allow whatever feelings come up. Maybe resistance, maybe sadness, maybe eventually acceptance. Just allow them.
What happens over time?
People often find their self-talk softens. Their confidence grows genuinely from the inside out, and their outer world starts reflecting that increased self-worth and self-belief. It's profound, really, looking your own soul in the eyes and saying, I've got you, I believe in you.
That sounds incredibly powerful for building self-belief. Okay, wow. We've covered a lot. The what, the why, the how, the core principles, the techniques. For someone ready to really start this journey, what are the final key takeaways? How do they put it all together?
Okay, synthesis time. First, get absolutely crystal clear on what you want and frame it positively. Focus on the essence. Financial freedom, not no debt. Joyful relationship, not lonely.
Got it. Clarity and positivity first. Second.
Believe you're worthy and believe it's possible. This is non-negotiable. You have to tackle those contradictory inner beliefs. Assume the best. Cultivate faith. You don't need the how, just the can. Remember Guillaume, if you believe it's hard, it will be. Choose to believe it can be easy.
Okay, worthiness and possibility. Third.
Take inspired action. Don't just sit and visualize. When you get that gut feeling, that idea, that opportunity, act on it. Even small steps. Action is the bridge. It shows the universe you're serious.
Right. Meet the universe halfway. Fourth.
Patience and trust. Oh boy, this is a big one. It usually takes time. There's a divine timing, a gestation period. Your job isn't the when or how. Your job is stay aligned, stay open, and trust the process. Let go of the obsession and the doubt after you've done your part.
Let go and let the universe. Easier said than done sometimes.
Yeah.
And finally, the secret sauce.
Gratitude. Seriously, it's the amplifier. Be grateful for what you have now and feel grateful for what you desire as if it's already here. That affirms abundance, keeps your heart open, keeps your vibe high.
And keep that vibe high generally.
Yeah. Do things that make you feel good. Meditate, move your body, be in nature, laugh, play. A happy, aligned you is a magnet. And keep learning. This is just the start. Explore Goddard, Dispenza, Hillier, Nafusi, Gayam. See who resonates.
Fantastic summary. So it really is this beautiful journey of realizing you're a co-creator, isn't it?
It truly is. Self-discovery, empowerment.
So for you listening, the basics are clear now. Know what you want, believe it's possible, envision it, feel it, affirm it, act on inspiration, and trust.
And maybe start small. Try manifesting something simple this week. Finding a parking spot easily, seeing a specific symbol, attracting a small, fun opportunity.
Build that manifesting muscle.
Exactly. And celebrate those small wins. It builds confidence like crazy.
And keep that heart and mind open, right? The universe can be pretty creative in how it delivers.
Oh, absolutely. Often better than you planned. And notice the inner shifts too. More peace, more confidence. That's huge progress.
So if you came here asking, does manifestation really work?
The very best way to find out. Try it. Dive in with an open mind, a playful spirit. Apply these ideas. See what happens for you.
Because ultimately,
You are the author of your story. Dream it, believe it, feel it, and go create it. Believe in yourself and believe in the magic within you.